Hello everyone. So welcome back to another video. This is a Gurukul MBA Prep, your one-stop destination for all things MBA. Today we're going to talk about a very important thing. NMAT 2025 notification is out. So I'm going to walk you through the registration process, how to apply, which colleges to apply, every single thing in this one single video. So if you're a serious NMAT aspirant, hit that like button, stay with us till the end of this video because this video is all you need to fill your NMAT 2025 form. Let's get into it. So the first thing you've got to do is open your web browser and type mba.com/nmat. mba.com/nmat will redirect you to a site which the GMAC Association uses to conduct the NMAT exam. Now once you go here, accept all the cookies because this remembers what you've done. And here the first thing that you get to see is register for NMAT by GMAC. So click on this. If you're registering for the first time, this is where you've got to go. Now here enter your first name, your last name, your email address, and set a password of your choice. And re-enter the same password. Please make sure that there are no mistakes in this. And once you're done, when both the passwords match, you'd see two communication preferences and update with the latest info. You may click on yes if you need, but this is one thing that I would avoid personally because a lot of my data would go to the different schools. They'll call me, they'll mail me. I'm not very privy to all of that. So I'd just leave these without checking up, and even without putting or without clicking on these check boxes, you could still go click on I'm not a robot, and once the authentication is done, you could create your account. Now once your account is created, you can directly go and check your mail for the verification link. So once the account is getting created, they will ask you for your mobile number. Input your mobile number and the country that you are staying in. Again, over here you see that I agree to receive information regarding my submitted application. If you do not click this, you will not get information regarding your own application. So click yes to this. But the second one, connect me with graduate business school, scholarship organizations, strategic partners, that you do not really need to click. So once you click the first one, go and click on submit. Now once you've clicked submit, you've given your email address and you've given your mobile number. So your register. Go back to the home page where you'll see a prompt to verify your email ID and to give the access to NMAT by GMAC dashboard. Okay, so you've got to go to the mail and you'll get a mail from NMAT by GMAC. Just go on to that mail and you'll find a green button over here saying click here. Now once you click this button, you would have given access to the GMAT Association and you will get access to your dashboard. So here you can log in. So you'll get another web page that says NMAT by GMAC dashboard, and that is where you have to go. Now in case you're not going immediately, that's completely fine. You can go back to the actual website. Let's say I go to mba.com/nmat. Over here, I will still get my dashboard if you're logging on from the same browser. Let's say that by mistake you have closed your browser, you don't need to panic. So I'll just show you in an incognito window. So I'll again go to mba.com/nmat. Now over here you can see register and already registered login. So you can just click on login here so that you will still be taken to a login page. Here you'll have to enter the email ID that you have registered with. And your password. And then you can log in using the same button. Now, once you click on the login button, this will still take you to the same dashboard as the previous one. So this is the dashboard from logging in, and normally, if you just click on NMAT by GMAC dashboard also, you will be redirected to the same exact dashboard. So once you're here, this is the important part because this is where you get everything. So once you're on the dashboard, you can see your My Prep area. In your My Prep area, you can get one complete mock for free. If you want to take 2 additional mocks, then you'll have to pay a little bit of the amount. But you have your profile, you have any notifications. Notifications is where you'd get any kind of a correspondence regarding how your form has gone, the history, your payments, everything at one place. Now, what we'll need to do here is go on to the first part, the registration form part, and click on this button called continue. Okay, so for you, it'll be the page that is showing up here, where you'd have 4 sections: personal information, contact information, education, work experience, and school preference. So let's start filling the form. Let's look at what all is there. So over here for title, you can just put Mr., Miss, depending on what you are. So Mr., we have the name that's already given, first name and last name. So middle name is not compulsory, so we're not going to fill it up here. The gender is going to be male for me. Depending on your gender, you'll have to put it in. Let's say my birthday is somewhere in 1999. I'll say July. I'll say 7th. Okay, so 7 July 1999. and the age will be filled automatically as on the 1st July 2025, right? Now about category, you can click on the category, you can check any of the categories that you actually belong to. So you have general, NT, OBC, SC, ST. So let's just go with general. So after the category, after choosing your category, you can go select your nationality. If you're an Indian, just put Indian, whatever your native language is. Okay, so for me, the native language is Telugu, so I'm going to go all the way down and I'm going to put Telugu. And then comes the part where you'll have to upload your first document. Now, in the entire NMAT process, you'll only have to upload 2 documents. First document is your photograph. Okay, and the second document is your unique ID. Okay, we'll talk about the unique ID a little later. As far as the photograph is concerned, you have to, you can look over here. The accepted file formats are only JPG, JPEG, or PNG. Unlike that exam, here we are not able to accept the PDF for the photographs. Okay, and the photograph must be upright, so no landscape images and all, only a portrait image. Okay, the background should be white or light colored, so dark background or social media pictures and all are not allowed. Please do not click a photograph of a photograph because that blurs the photograph. So if you have a photograph, please get that scanned by someone. That is what is required. Eyes must be open and clearly visible, because if your eyes are not open, the photograph might get rejected. Your application again will go into review. All that's a big hassle. So please make sure that you have a neat, nice photograph. Maybe go to a studio, get it clicked, and then apply here. So we'll go to upload photograph. Our photograph is on the desktop, so we're going to just select it. We've got now photograph over here, right? Then we're going to go down and to the parents details. Now in your parents details, obviously enter your father's name. We have it here. Enter your mother's name, and then go to the identity proof. Now over here, your photo ID, you have multiple options. You can either enter your PAN card, passport, permanent driver's license, your Aadhaar card, or your voter ID. Okay, so for now we're just going to put Aadhaar card, the name as on the photo ID, and I'm just going to put the photo ID number. Right, so I'm going to put my Aadhaar card number over there, and then I'm just going to go down. Okay, then it asks us, are you differently abled? Okay, so are you differently abled? We're going to put no. If you have a PWD reservation or something, you can put yes. So if you put yes, they'll ask you for your disability type. Okay, you have certain accepted disability types. All right, so we're going to put what the disability type is and what is the allowance that I am requesting. So basically, what do I need, okay, in the exam so that I can perform well in this exam? So let's say that I have partial blindness, obviously not, but let's just say that then I might need enlarged fonts. Okay, so I'll have to choose my requested accommodation, and then I'll go forward and I'll have to put in the rationale for my request. So why am I requesting this? Okay, I'll probably say something like, since I am not able to see properly, giving me enlarged fonts will help me write the exam better. And then over here, I'll have to upload my disability certificate. Okay, so if you have a PWD certificate, please upload it here. If you're not from the disability if you're not a differently abled candidate, please just click no, save and exit if you're done with your form for now. In case you're not done with the form, you want to fill the entire form in one stretch, you can continue with the form filling. Okay, for that you've got to come this side, and instead of save and exit on this side, you have skip and next. Just click on the next button. So we go to the second part of the form, which is the contact information part of the form. Your phone number is already present. Go and type your alternate contact number. And then your primary email ID is already there. Your alternative email ID is not a mandatory thing, so we don't need to type it. Then we have our country, which is again going to be India. Your state, which we can put up as Telangana. Your city, again, we are in Hyderabad, you have to put in your own city. And then the address line 1. So once you have filled the address, then you can go and it'll ask you, is this your permanent address or not? See, if you're clicking no, then it'll ask you to give your permanent address, okay, which you can again fill in. But if this is your permanent address, you can just click yes. Again, you have an option to save and exit. If you have something else to do right now and you just want to save this form, you want to fill the form, the rest of the form later, then that's a different story. Otherwise, all you've got to do is click on next. So far it will save things and it will take you to the next part. The next part is very important. It's about your education and work experience. So unlike CAT, unlike ZAT, they do not ask you for your education completely. They only ask you for the highest education details. So here they'll ask you for your highest education detail, and you can just click completed or appearing for graduation. Now, in case you have a master's degree, you've done your MTech, MS, MA, any of such things, then click on attain master's degree. So then they'll ask you undergraduate country, which again, depending on where you have done your undergraduate, you can click that. Undergraduate university. So you can just put Andhra University, or wherever you have actually done your, undergraduation. Again, your undergraduate college, you'll have to put whatever your, stream of undergraduation was agricultural sciences, arts, engineering, medicine, dentistry, anything for that matter. So we are doing engineering just because there are a lot of engineers, a lot of you might be engineers, so we're going to put engineering. Then comes the bachelor's degree name. Is it BE, BTech, BE, BTech honors, bachelor's of biotechnology, bachelor's of electronics and telecommunications, IT, marine engineering? What are you really a bachelor's of? So I'm just going to put electronics and telecommunication. Then it'll ask me for my specialization. Now in that, obviously you can see that there are a lot of specializations, but for us our specialization would be electronics and communications, because we are an electronics and communications engineer. So we're going to click on this. Now in case you have done your agriculture degree, then you can actually get an option of horticulture and agriculture. Let me just show that to you real quick. So I'm going to switch to agricultural sciences over here. Then you'll get the degree name, Bachelor of Agriculture or Bachelor of Horticulture. Let's say that you have done your degree in commerce, BCom. Then you'll get commerce, so that you can get these different things. You'll have Bachelors of Accounting Science, Commerce, Honors, Company Secretaryship, Financial and Investment Analysis. What have you really done? So quickly let's go back to our original degree so that we can fill in this form. So we have done BTech, BTech in electronics, and electronics and communication is our specialization. Then, so the next thing is about mode. Now, NMAT as an exam is very inclusive, so it accepts even if you have done your college graduation from an open schooling. If you have done it in correspondence or distance learning, it's completely fine. You do not need to have a full-time graduation to write this exam. So let's just go there. We can see correspondence, distance learning, full-time, part-time, open school. So there are 5-6 options, right? So we are going to choose our full-time since we have done it in a full-time basis. So details of the undergraduate. The year of passing, again, we're going to go. We're going to say maybe 2017. What was the marking scheme? Was it a CGPA out of 4, 7 CGPA or percentage? So it's going to be CGPA out of 10. And how much did we get? We got 8.5. So we're just going to put that over there. Now, this percentage cannot be greater than 100, but obviously we've not chosen percentage. So if you are choosing percentage, okay, you will see that on the back of your degree, a percentage conversion chart, CGPA into something equals your percentage. So refer to that and then you can upload it here. But for now, we're just going to go with a CGPA out of 10. Now, once we're done with this, if you have not done your master's degree, this is all you would get in your highest education qualifications. For those of you who have done your master's degree, you'll have to add the similar things over here. Okay, so let's quickly go here and add this up. So we're going to select where we have done this from. We're going to select the graduation university, the post-graduation university, college, and then the year of passing. Then we're going to see the status. Did we complete the graduation or we're still awaiting our results? So we're going to put completed. Once we've put completed, there'll be a marking scheme again. We'll do CGPA out of 10 and we're going to put 8.5 again just for the fun of it. Then it will come down to the work experience details, but you have to fill the right details over here because there will be a cross verification in your interviews, and whatever data you're putting onto the form over here will directly be sent to multiple colleges. To be very precise, 5 different colleges. So make sure that you're filling the right information. Do not lie on this form. Okay, so he'll ask you for the work experience details. So if you do not have any work experience, then it's very simple. You just click on the no. There's nothing much to do. You can go forward. But in case you've worked for a while, you have some work experience, please click on yes, and then you'll have to enter your work experience thing. So type of engagement, were you an employee, were you an entrepreneur, were you self-employed? So let's say that you were an employee. Which sector were you employed in? Okay, was it the public sector, private sector, not-for-profit? Not-for-profit is where NGOs and all come in. So let's just put private sector for this and let's move forward. He'll ask you what's your total work experience as on July 2025. So let's say that I had worked for 2 years and 4 months as far as July 2025, July 1st is concerned. Okay, then they'll ask you which industries best reflect your experience, and they would give you 3 industries. Okay, so select industry number 1. Let's say that since I've done my engineering, I would go into electronics and telecommunications industry. Okay, and what was my role? What was my function? Okay, you'll find a lot of functions over here. So I'm just going to go and I'll say corporate communications, or let's just go to product development as my function. Now, this much is enough. Okay, if you have had multiple jobs, that is when you would have to select your industry 2. If that industry does not correspond with industry 1, if they are not in the same industry, then you've got to select industry 2. For example, let's say that after my BTech, I have done my master's in psychology and then I've worked with a psychological consultancy. Then I would select, select industry 2. I'll check for consulting. Okay, and then I'll select my function, a human resource consultant, and that would be my industry 2. Okay. Are we currently working? If you're still in the job, please click on yes. If you have resigned your job, or put your papers down in such a way that by 1st July you would not be working anymore, please put no. Okay, so I'll just put yes for now. Okay, if I put yes, then they'll ask me which city am I working in. Okay, so I'm gonna put Hyderabad. I'm just gonna scroll. Yes, I'll put Hyderabad. And then it'll ask me what was the name of my last organization. So I'm just going to put the name of my last organization. And with this, almost 75% of your entire form is over. The one small thing that's left is the school preference, but that is the most important thing. So stick on to the video. Do not skip the video at all. Please drop that like button if you're a serious NMAT aspirant, and comment if you have any doubts whatsoever till now. So let's go to the school preferences. Now once you click on next, you'll be redirected to a page that reflects school preferences. Now over here you can see that the NMAT application, okay, is a two-step process. The first one is that you finish it over here, register for the NMAT exam online over here, and then choose the programs or institutions that you would like to get onto, and the GMAC association will directly send those scores to the respective institutions. But there's a second step as well. Read this. Go to the respective school website and complete the school application form separately. The school admissions team will match your application with NMAT scores submitted by the GMAC. So the scores will go to them, but if you are applying to a different university, you'll have to go back to that university's website and still fill their form as well. Okay, so over here you can see that the choices that you have are 88. However, in India, there are 59 MBA colleges that accept this particular exam score. So you have colleges like NMIMS Mumbai, NMIMS Bangalore, NMIMS Hyderabad, XIM Bhubaneswar, SDA Bakani, you have KG Somaiya, you have VIT, you have BML, you have Voxen. So all of these universities actually accept the scores of NMAT 2025. In case you're wondering what are the top 5 colleges that you should apply to through NMAT 2025, I've put them on the video here. So go check out the I button. Now, here we have different preferences, and we see that there are 5 free choices, but for after these 5 choices, if you want to apply to the 6th school, you'll have to pay 472 rupees per school. So let's quickly start selecting our preferences. As far as my first preference is concerned, I'm going to put NMIMS Mumbai, and once I'm done with giving this preference, I'll have to click on this blue plus button over here. Then I'll get another choice. Let's go for KJ Somaiya this time. So yes, KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, MBA Mumbai. So you see the program as well. So this is the university and the program, university and the program. For my third preference, I'll go for XIM University. That is also giving me MBA. So next I'll go for TA Pai Institute of Management, and then I'll go for the last school that I would like for SP Jain Institute of Management and Research over here. Now that I have put in all the 5, the program in SP Jain that we'll be needing is the GMP program. So I'm just going to click on yes for that. And with this, my entire application process is finished. So I'm going to go down over here and I'm going to click on next. So the next part is your payment part. So he'll ask you, how did you learn about NMAT? So I learned about NMAT through my coaching center, let's say. So he'll ask you for the coaching center details, where you've got to put the Gurukul or whatever coaching center you belong to, your current background. Okay, so when do you plan to start your management program? Obviously, you plan to start your management program in 2026 by March. And then what are the other exams that you're planning to take? So you can just fill what are the other exams that you're planning to take. Maybe these IAFT exam has already been taken off. Probably this fellow doesn't know that yet. So what are the exams that you have taken before? The other exams that I have taken before, I'm just going to fill that up so that, just to get this done. These are not mandatory, but you can fill them up. So how are you financing your management program? Are you going to take a loan? Do you have some kind of supportive parents? Do you have some kind of personal savings? So I'm just going to say bank loans. And where would you like to study? The 3 countries. So over here, definitely the first country that I'd like to study is in India. Okay, I can add another country if I want, maybe let's say Singapore. Another country that I want is Afghanistan. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next question. Are you in any way associated with helping candidates prepare for any management entrance exam? Now, obviously over here, since you're a student, you're not a faculty or anything, you're going to put no, but you can also put yes. If you are a faculty from some institute, you're going to put the name over here. So I'm just going to put my institute's name, the Gurukul. We are the best CAT coaching in Hyderabad. We offer coaching only to 10 students in a batch, and we train them personally. So let's quickly go ahead and click on next. So over here you have your declaration. You're going to just click on I agree, and then you're going to go to preview and edit. So by here, almost 95% of your entire form is done. Now the only thing that's left is for you to check your details. Is everything all right? Please make sure that your name, your date of birth, your mother's name, father's name, okay, and your ID card numbers are all correct. Okay, then please check about your engineering stream or whatever your graduation stream is. What's your CGPA? Please check all that very carefully, and then once you're done checking everything, go and go through the submit and make payment button. Over here you'll see that your total is nothing but 3,000, which is the application fee, and then you have taxes, which is 18% GST. So that will come down to 3,540. If you have any doubts with regards to the NMAT 2025 application process, please do not hesitate to put that down in the comment box, or you could just pick up your phone and give us a call on the number that we have given in the description. We'll be making walkthrough videos of application processes for CAT, SNAP, NMAT and all the other exams. So do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click on that bell icon so that you never have to miss an update from us. Something really big is coming in the mid of August. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.